Hey guys, the MMOSpecialist here for MMOattack.com. Be sure to check the link in the description. Head over to their website for this and other free MMOs to play. Today we're taking a first look at Wizardry Online. This is a free-to-play MMORPG with a dungeon crawler element. It's developed by GamePod and published by Sony Online Entertainment. So we'll just skip this first, and we'll get right into it. Okay, so first of all we have to choose a world. Let's choose this one. Okay. Let's move on. Wizardry Online. Thank you. Let's move on here. Can I skip this? How comes you? Are you a traveler? What's your name? Okay, so we'll define a name here. This must just be the character creation screen with a little more of a... It's your soul name. So your soul is the name for your account. Will function like a last name for your characters. And they share that soul. Okay, so they're all the same one. So I'll call it Specialist. Special, sure. So the soul information such as your progression or main story, commitment of crime, will be transferred to all characters you make even when you lose one. Because there is permanent death in this game, which is a huge thing. Like basically like hardcore mode on Diablo. I'm not a huge fan of it. But, oh, its soul name's already taken. Special one. Just because, you know, if you work your butt off to get high and get good gears and then you get ganked or you get teamed up on or something like that and you die, that is just terrible. So set a soul password, make it 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Please re-enter your soul password to confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's a secure account. So that's nice just because, you know, you don't want people getting into your account, and that is becoming a bigger problem with games nowadays, is people getting into accounts and everything. So you can see at the top left there my soul name. So we can create some characters here. We'll create a new one. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so first of all we have to choose a race. So we have a human, male, and female. Then we have an elf, male and female, a dwarf, male, and a gnome, female. It's basically the same. And then a porkle, which is basically like the Asian interpretation of a hobbit. I actually had to Google what that was, because I was not sure. But anyways, as you know, as you typically have, the humans are basically suitable for the all classes. The elves are usually more magical or DPS characters. So here you can see magical class. The dwarf, they're a little more tanky, as you can obviously see. So they make them good. They make good fighters, but they're also decent priests. And the porkles, they aren't really good at anything except being thieves. So your race selection will change how good your class is. So I'm going to choose an elf male, and I'll say okay. So we get some bonus points. I got 8, so we can add those to strength, vitality, dexterity, agility, luck, magic skills, and intellect. So we have 8 bonus points. So since this is going to be a priest, we'll add 2 to intellect, 2 to piety, we'll add 1 to dexterity, 1 to vitality, and 1 to agility, just to kind of round out the character. And we have some customization here, so we can change the face, we can change the hair, and we can also change the color. So we'll go with a little emo elf, and we also have to enter a name, so we'll call him emo elf. Here we go. So choose an alignment. Okay, so the alignment is lawful, neutral, or chaotic. And the alignment's basically like how your character thinks. So if you're lawful, you can be a priest or a mage. If you're neutral, you can be a thief or a mage. And if you're chaotic, you can be a mage, a thief, or a priest. So we'll go with chaotic, and we'll go with priest. These are usually healers. Actually, let's go with mage. You have the mage default skills on here: poison gas and flame arrow. So we'll click OK, and we'll jump into the world. Oh, I have one more bonus point. Intellect. There we go. Okay, now we'll jump into this world and see what we can do. Okay, so we're in the game here. This first screen that comes up just basically explains all the movement. So WASD, movement, cameras, targeting enemies, special attack, crouch walk. We have our shortcuts to our skills down here, like a lot of other games. I is inventory, J is quests, K is skill tree, all the very, very typical stuff. So we got a little bit of a help here. So this is what the world looks like, guys. As you can see, I actually look female, which is kind of creepy. But as you can see, it looks quite nice. It is on 1080p. Most of the settings are at max, so this is basically what the game's going to look like. So the first thing we have to do here is probably find a quest of some sort. Let's go to our quest menu. There's no quest available. So why don't we just talk to this woman and see what's good. So the training center for the Adventures Guild. The Adventures Guild. Okay. So we're in a training center right now. We're gonna go talk to some lady. Okay, so we got a little cutscene here. We can press escape to skip. Don't have time for this kind of stuff. Alright, so what do we have to do? Quest types can be split into two categories, story and quest missions. Story quests are assigned by the Adventures Guild or the Ministry of Arcanum. In series with progression to the story, the progression is saved at the soul level and shared between all characters. Okay, so the story quests affect our soul, which affects all our characters, and the missions just affect the character we are on. So let's go over to Alesh and find get a little bit of questing here. Okay, so we have to register at the Adventures Guild. Okay, starting an adventure. This quest is optional. I'll take it. What do you want to learn about? I don't want to learn about anything. What do I have to do here? Or you here to learn the basics? I'm here to join the Adventures Guild. To join the Adventures Guild, you must take this trial. If you start the trial, you can accept other missions. Is that okay? Yes, it's okay. Now to register for the adventure Guild, you need to go to the trial area and bring back the dragon placard. Brings it back to complete the trial. Okay. Okay, so basically what we have to do is do this quest to join the Adventures Guild. This is just showcasing. I have a tiny little shield of some sort. It's pathetic. A little dagger. I can't just pull it out around here, which is kind of annoying. Okay, I don't really want to talk to this guy. As you can see, there's a couple other characters here. The game does have permanent death, so that is a huge deal. But as you can see, it looks good. It does seem a little over light. Like, the light's a little bit much, but I do like it. The music's nice. I tried to turn it down, although it is fairly loud. I don't know if there's a settings button. Nope. What if I click escape? No, it just gives me a little target menu. But anyways, guys, that's basically what the game looks like. I'm going to finish this little trial area, and then we will take a look at the main world and what that looks like. Because you guys don't really want to see me run around and get this quest done. So I'll take a look at this. As you can see, these little light indicate kind of things you can interact with. So this is a little sign. You can see other things have it as well. Anyways, guys, that's basically the intro to the game. This is what it looks like. The movement is a little bit awkward. I'm not a huge fan of it. You can see the jumps look a little bit weird, but the characters look good. There's not very much customization, which I'm not a huge fan of, but the way that you customize your attributes of your character, that is quite interesting, and the soul's a really neat idea. But anyways, guys, I'm just going to get this little training area done, and then we'll take a look at some real-world gameplay. Okay, guys, what I'm doing now is just the first quest here called the Adventurer's Trial. And this basically is just like a small dungeon, and basically just gives you a good feel of the game. So all you have to really do is run around. You have to kill a few. Monsters, and then you can get the dragon placard. And once you get that, you're basically done, like I am here. And this basically is just to give you a good feeling of the game. It's just a little cutscene. But basically, you know, it makes you attack and move and jump and avoid. There's traps and things like that. So basically, it just makes you just kind of gives you a good feel for the game and makes you work with it and just try it out. It's pretty simple. It's not very difficult. So I'm just gonna head out of here, and then we will take a look at the world and then take a look at a dungeon. Okay, so here we are. We just finished that other quest, and we got to go into the dungeon here. So this is very similar to a lot of other games. Like, I don't know if anybody here has ever played games like Fate, because I know that's a dungeon crawler style game. So this basically they're basically like instances, just another way of saying an instance. Although it is more of a map layout, and there is like traps and things. So what I have to do basically is kill a leader of some clan, the Black Rose clan, I think it is. Black Rose clan. Okay. So one thing that is annoying is if we weren't going to combat, you have to pull your weapon. Like you can't just attack. Aside from that, I wonder if I can invite some of these people to my. There we go. Invite to party. Okay, so we can invite them to the party. And if you right click on someone, you will select them, and then your character will basically focus on them. So if you right click on somebody, your character will try and face them the whole time, unless you right click again and exit. So what is this right here? The doll of my life. Okay. Anyway, so this is basically the attacking. As you can see, I right click and it'll focus on them. So if I right click here, and I'm a mage, so I can use my skills. So I use my 2 and my 3 skill. As you can see, it is a slow cast. I don't have a lot of life, so I have to be pretty careful when fighting in these places. But as you can see, the combat's pretty smooth, and you will have to click on the enemy to pick up the goods that it has, so they don't fall or anything like that. You have to actually go after them and pick them up. Your skills, you just click them and they go through. As you can see, a mage is a little less fun to watch than a fighter class, although the attacking is pretty easy. It does lock on, so there's not much for me to do other than to just click my skills, which again, as I've said, I'm not a huge fan of, although this game does do it fairly well. The fact that you have to pull out your weapon before you can attack is a little bit annoying, and the fact that there's permanent death is really kind of a scary thought, I guess. Unless you really know what you're doing, it's not great, because I've already died once. But anyways, guys, that's basically Wizardry Online. Be sure to check the link in the description. Head over to their website and give it a try. It's free to play. Be sure to head on over to MMOattack.com for more news, reviews, and giveaways. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what games I should try, what games you guys want to see. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a great day.